Hey everyone, we just launched our new and improved FLP website. Be sure to check it out and pick up some of your favorite parts. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back! Jeez, what's wrong with us? Alright, we are back. New Ruckus on the table. We built this thing about 10 years ago or so. It's kind of a dinosaur. If you look at this motor mount, antique, some OG stuff back in the day before we know what we were doing. Old school setbacks. We're going to replace those with some of our new beefy ones. New pegs, new kickstand, super old school stuff. Gas cap, I'm going to get in with some of that new stuff. We're going to throw some frame rails up in there. Front frame cover. We're going to throw a minion eye on it. Just going to give it like a whole brand new bedazzle. Doesn't look bad, but it could be better. First thing first, we have this guy. This is our Luso GY6 ankle biter. This is in raw. You can get a kit. Link in the description. You're gonna have your hardware, front cover, rear cover. I don't know, we're gonna get right into it. Put the wand down. You want me to hand over the torch? All right, so it's time to rip this thing apart. If you're a Ruckus owner, it shouldn't be too hard for you, because we're good at taking things apart and not putting them back together. And then look at that. Perfect example. All right, so first thing, remove your clutch. Helps if you squeeze this belt together in here. All right, and then we'll loosen this guy up as well. Make sure you have a big boy impact like this. If you have this little wimpy guy, it's not gonna do it. So I'm gonna try to leave this back part in. I don't want all the rollers to fall out and whatnot. So we got this belt off. Boom. And you're gonna get your back plate. Mock that up on there, make sure there aren't any interferences. If you had your stock case on there, it's probably gonna have some clips and whatnot, some small things that you have to move out of the way. If you can't figure it out, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so there's this extra bolt in there. It's getting in the way. Get that dude out. Open up this handy dandy packet. So once you have that package all figured out, you're gonna have two longer bolts. And then the rest are going to be these shorter ones, exception of that guy. That's a middle one. Middle length. All right, so we're going to grab a spacer, run it through your front face, run the washer in there, kind of just mock it up like so. Boom, you're done.
Yep, installation complete.
Now it jingles so you know when you're driving it. You have your back plate on there. Don't forget to put your belt on. And that should be good. Start again with the hardware. Just hand tight. Long bolt. Go back. The other long bolt. Back bottom. Now we're going to rapid fire through the rest of them and just get all the same length bolts set up. There is one longer extra one that we sent in there. Sometimes you might have to use it, sometimes you might not. That one's for the ones that have the dowel pin. Most GY6 are different. If you see that it's only catching by a couple threads, just use this long one that we include in there. But for the most part, the standard length ones work. All right, so we got this mocked up. We have bolts are just kind of loose in there. Key thing to remember is make sure you put that belt on before you put on that front face, like we did earlier. Just hand tighten everything before you go through and torque everything down. Make sure there aren't any interferences. We have plenty of clearance on these faces and on the clutch. There's plenty of clearance back there as well, but we leave a little slop in there so if you need to, you can move it forward or back. We're gonna go through now, start from the center out, and just start torquing all the bolts. I like to hit them with the impact and then just hit them with an extra 1/8 of a turn by hand.
Hi, buddy.
So once you snug those first two up, just go back and double check. Nothing's rubbing, everything looks good. And just like if you're torquing down the cylinder head on a car, hit it in like X pattern. All right, that's all snugged up. We're gonna go back and just run each bolt, check it by hand. Now you can go back and throw on your front face for your variator. And make sure you have that sitting nice and flush in there. Sometimes it's easy to get carried away and just start torquing things down. It's kind of at an angle. Big guns. Flip in the air. That's a wrap. So you can, makes a big difference in the styling of this thing. You got the Luso design. You got a little bit of support with that back plate back there, but it's a good thing to run this with a case brace. Rolling wrench carries them, Dorby works, usually everybody has them. And this is compatible with any case brace out there. That kind of sums up the install on this thing. If you need one, we do have them in black and raw, flpparts.com. That's it. By the way, you put the mic on there?
Dude. Dude's a f***ing edumacator with this, bro.
Harry Potter, dude. Aloha Mora! Oh! Aloha Mora! Aloha Mora! I put a spell on you, dude.